Hi, it's James here from Totally Wild UK, the forager, and we're taking a look at a bush just down here. We're on the marshlands, so we're around, the coast is just over the dune over there, and we're at this muddy pot in between the sea and the inland. And we've got this fantastic plant down here. It's called Shrubby sea Blite, really weird name. You can find it in different forms. You can find another one called sea spray, which just grows off the ground, but this one's called Shrubby sea blite because it grows into much more of a shrub. This is actually a tiny version of it. We sometimes see massive bushes of this, about to this high, and that's why it's more of shrubby. It has wooden, thick stems. Fantastic ingredient. It goes by another name, sometimes called sea rosemary. Has a very, very mild rosemary flavour. I don't really get much of it, but it does also look a bit like rosemary just from the stems. So we've got it here. Yeah, from an ID point of view, we've got these woody stems. It's quite difficult to pull away, but on those we've got these tiny little leaf structures, and it looks like a succulent. These little leaf structures come off, cylindrical, come to a point at the end, and yeah, very succulent, very soft, very high in liquid content, and from when you eat it, from a food point of view, really nice kind of herby, mild salty, so not quite as salty as some of the other ingredients we get around here, not quite as salty as sea purslane or marsh samphire that you'd find growing amongst this stuff. Much more of like a delicate herby flavour. It's actually one of my favourite things down at the coast because it doesn't just blow your head off with pure unadulterated salt. It's a little bit more subtle. From a food point of view, I use this mainly raw in salads and things like that. So I'd pick the stems, and you can see there's loads of them on there. Instead of chucking that all in my food, what I would do is I would peel away these leaf structures, and that's it. They're almost like little succulent, mild, salty, herby pops that grow into your food. They're really, really, really delicious. Like I say, a shrubby sea blite can grow to a huge bush, and we can find absolutely tons of this down at the coast. This is a really small example. So when we're out looking for things like marsh samphire, you might just see the little shoots like this size. When you find this as a bush, you'll find huge bushes and absolutely tons of it. From an ID point of view, when you're down at the marshlands, there's not really much you can confuse this with. You do get gorse that grows in bushy-like structures, but gorse is really spiky and doesn't have these structures. It'll also produce bright yellow flowers, gorse will, opposed to this one that you can't really see the flowers on this one. That's it, Shrubby sea blite. Next down here at the coast, take a look out for it whilst you're looking for your marsh samphire. It's definitely one to keep your eyes peeled for.